games too have their own form of labeling, and we call those genres. They're used to contextualize and compare games without going into immense detail, and they can also be used to help gamers find games similar to ones they already enjoy. I like League of Legends. Get out. Get out. But some games exist outside of the realm of definition by being silly, unique, and thought-provoking, and so concerned with a vibe that they have no border. So today on Blurbs, no, I said get out. Let's look at games that defy genres. Oh wow, look, an infinite void hole. I would sure hate to fall in that. It would be funny though. In Donut County, you are a hole in the ground, and you slide around eating up all the goodies that you can get your little circumference around. The more you consume, the bigger you get, just like in Katamari Damacy, a game that is also ridiculously silly and outside of the confines of any genre. Both of these games function on such a weird premise of consumption to increase mass, and you see a lot of sites calling them puzzle games, but they aren't really puzzling. There's no satisfying learning loop, just a get larger mentality. I think they might be attributed to puzzles purely off of them being indie games, but roaming around their levels and collecting all of the items in sight is always a good time. Another game that defies genre also defies name, as Untitled Goose Game sets you about the English countryside to embark on a bunch of nefarious tasks in which you ruin the days of the citizens of these quaint villages. You inflict pain upon them, you throw their rakes in the lake, and you dine on their food on a checkered blanket. It's not quite a puzzle game, it's not quite a stealth game, and it's definitely not an RPG, Wikipedia. You silly goose. It's a goose game, an untitled goose game where you commit incredible acts of terrorism. Rake in the lake! On Wikipedia, Death Stranding is defined as an action game, which, I mean, yeah. Sure. But the weird interconnected package delivery game is so much more than that, as the effects of other real players are felt from across the game world. Kinda like this. Also, while there may be action, this game is mainly centered around the idea of transporting goods from one place to the other, and these two cores of unseen virtual connection and UPS level package delivery combine to make something weird, fun, and outside of the definition of genres. Kojima so eloquently called it a strand type game, and I don't know what the hell that means, but watching Norman Reedus tumble down a hill and lose all of his package is definitely a unique experience nonetheless. 2 doors? How do they expect me to pick between 2 different doors? All 3! The Stanley Parable is another game that refuses to be tied to any specific genre. By weaving through multiple different narratives, telling ridiculously hilarious jokes, and giving the player an incredible amount of choice, the Stanley Parable creates a one-of-a-kind experience. Equal parts funny, frenetic, and mind-bending, the Stanley Parable is only concerned with one thing, and that is getting you to laugh, which it does time and time again. By doing such too, it really avoids being anything at all other than just a really good game. Some games get so caught up creating a vibe that they forget to add the gameplay part. The game Everything is a strange experience where you can control everything. Land masses, planets, atoms, anything in the observable universe is at your disposal. And what can you do with everything? A whole lot of nothing. Might as well throw it in the hole from earlier. Wait! I finally got out of the hole! I guess you can make the sheep roll around like a bunch of dumb idiots, but it's kind of just a vibe game. The gameplay here is so focused on its shifting scale, its weird dialogue, and its kind of chill vibe that it's forgotten to have a purpose outside of all of that. That doesn't mean it's a bad game, just a weird one. Another game that focuses more on its vibe than on its gameplay is Tiny Glade. Tiny Glade is a canvas on which you can paint a quaint village. There are no citizens to worry about, no resources to collect, and no goal in particular. It's mainly just about creating something that you find cozy and visually pleasing, a task that is often difficult, but in Tiny Glade almost creates itself. While writing this video, I came to the conclusion that there are a ton of games that defy genres, but often that defiance goes on to spur new genres entirely. From Doom creating the FPS to Demon's Souls forming the basis of the now ubiquitous Souls-like genre. While the Strand type game, the Glade type game, and the Goose type game may not have taken off with hundreds of permutations, who's to say that they won't? Defying a genre is a way of trend-setting to create something wholly new, meaning that these games aren't as much defiant as they are groundbreaking. So that's all, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.